Hi friends, welcome to Vidyascooking. In today's video recipe, I'm going to show you how I prepared soya momos. This is 100% vegan recipe. These momos can be fried or added to soup and enjoyed. I've prepped all the ingredients and reserved for this recipe. I'll show you all the ingredients required for the filling first. So here I've got one whole bunch of spring onions which is cleaned and roughly chopped and reserved. I have cabbage which is roughly chopped and reserved, peeled and roughly chopped carrots, chilies, one whole onion, one whole large onion I'm using, soya sauce, chili powder, curry powder, ginger and garlic paste. We need soya chunks. I'll be showing you how I clean the soya chunks. We'll start cleaning the soya chunks and prepping it for the recipe first. I've heated a wok on medium flame. To the wok I've added 150 grams of soya. These soya chunks come in nugget format. We have to dry roast this first. Now I've added salt and hot water along with chili powder and turmeric powder. We will boil this and make sure the soya chunks are cooked till it's nice and spongy. This way the raw flavor from the soya will get eliminated. Once the soya has cooked, it will double in volume and the raw flavor from the soya will reduce if we cook it this way. So now I have cooked the soya. It is doubled in volume. I'm going to rinse it twice in running water and squeeze the soya, reserve it in a bowl. So this is how I prep the soya first. We need this cooked soya. It's easy for us to handle it later while grinding. Now in a mixer jar, I'll be adding the chilies, onion and I'll be adding the spring onion and I've ground it into a smooth paste. I'll transfer this to a mixing bowl. In batches, I'll add cabbage and I'll pulse it twice. I formed this powdery sort of format. If you can chop it as fine as possible, please go ahead and chop all your veggies fine as possible. I prefer to grind it, pulse it twice and grind all my veggies. I've ground the carrot and the cabbage combined together in the second batch. So all my veggies are ground. I've transferred it to a mixing bowl. I've ground this soya the same way, pulsed it twice and placed it on one speed and ground the soya. Now to the veggie soya mix, I'll be adding curry powder, chili powder, ginger and garlic paste, soya sauce. I'm preparing this mixture the night before. I have not added salt. We'll be adding salt only the next day. I'll combine all the ingredients and I'll place this vegetable mixture in the fridge. It has to absorb all that flavor. That soya has to absorb all that flavor. So it's going to rest for one whole night. I'm also going to be preparing the dough for the dumpling. So I've added all-purpose flour, salt and baking powder to a large mixing plate. I've combined all the ingredients and gradually I've added warm water. I've kneaded this to a soft dough. All the ingredients and measurements used in this recipe will be listed in the description box below this video, friends. The same recipe is also translated and posted in YouTube Tamil. YouTube Tamil channel link will also be listed in the description box below this video. A detailed recipe will be posted on my blog. Blog link will be posted in the iCard above this video or in the description box below this video. Now gradually I've added warm water and I kept kneading it to make a soft dough. I prepared all of this the night before because it will have enough time to rest and we can prepare the dumplings the next day morning. This is 100% vegan recipe. You can prepare this in bulk and prepare many dishes in this particular dumpling. We can fry these dumplings. We can add these dumplings to soup. It's a nice and versatile recipe. It's very cheap and economical to prepare at home. Once the dough has formed, I've added 2 tablespoons of oil and I kept kneading it for another 10 more minutes. The dough is ready at this point. We can store it in the fridge inside a polythene cover. Place this dough inside a polythene cover and we'll place this inside the fridge and allow it to rest for 1 hour's time minimum. But I'm preparing this the night before, so it had enough time to rest in the fridge for almost 8 hours. I placed this dough inside a polythene cover and I placed this in the fridge. Now the dough is ready. The next day morning, the filling is also ready. In case there is a lot of moisture in the filling, drain the moisture. Only take the amount that you are going to be using for dumplings and reserve the extra mixture inside the fridge. So here I have reserved as much as filling I require for preparing dumplings, and to that mixture I'll be adding salt. We can also add hot oil, it's up to you. I've also added Ajinomoto. I've combined all the ingredients. If we add salt to the entire filling, it will become soggy. Now the dough has also rested. I've kneaded it for another minute's time. It will be easy for us to roll it out. You can see how soft the dough is. I'll start preparing roundels and place the rest of the dough inside the fridge. Use as much as dough you require for that dumplings, and we can store the rest in the fridge and use it as required. Because it is summer season right now, so all my ingredients will go dry. That's the reason I'm stressing and I'm placing everything inside the fridge. Here I formed the roundel and I've dipped it in extra flour. I'll be using a small lid to cut the roundels into rounds. I'll gently be rolling this into a roti. I've used very less flour to dust and roll it into a roti. Now we'll use the cutter and cut out rounds. Once the dumpling wrapper is ready, it's easy for us to start filling and forming dumplings. So I rolled out as many dumpling wrappers I require and I've reserved it. Now I've started to fold the dumpling. I've placed 1 tablespoon of mixture in the middle of the dumpling wrapper, sealed one end and started to pleat it. It's very simple to prepare these dumplings. Once you get a hang of it, it's very simple. So you can prepare dumplings in large numbers. Once you have pleated all these dumplings, you can place it in an idli steamer and steam cook it. But here I have used a steam basket from Tupperware which places easily on a wok, and I have added water in the bottom. I have placed all the dumplings in the steam basket, covered it and cooked it for 10 minutes on high. So once these dumplings have cooked, it will be easy for us to handle. The very touch itself, you'll know it's cooked. So once the dumpling wrapper is nice and soft, you can start serving them. This is very tasty. Do give this recipe a try, friends, and post your comments. I've already shown you the condiments used for this dumpling. The tomato and chili garlic chutney, spring onion chutney, and mayonnaise for this recipe. We can also add these dumplings to soup and enjoy it. Do give this recipe a try and post your comments. All the links to my social media and blog will be listed in the description box below this video. All the ingredients will also be listed in the description box below this video. I've served these dumplings as warm as possible. We thoroughly enjoyed it. If you enjoyed watching this video recipe, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to me for more recipes. I'll be seeing you soon with the next recipe video. This is Vidyalakshmi. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.